In this video, we are going to discuss about interfaces. In fact, interface is a collection of methods. All these methods are by default public and abstract. You need not write the method declaration with the keywords called public and abstract. And moreover, the class which actually implement this interface, they takes care of implementing the methods which are declared in the interfaces. And of course, in Java, multiple inheritance is possible with the help of interfaces. You cannot implement this multiple inheritance with class concept, okay? But it is possible with the help of interfaces. And of course, to create an interface, probably we use a keyword called interface keyword. Here is the example, right? Interface followed by the interface name. Within the open closed curly brace, you write the statements, variables, method declarations, everything there in the open closed curly brace. It is exact. There is no much difference between class declaration to interface declaration. The only difference is instead of using the keyword class, we use interface keyword. And of course, we don't write any concrete methods inside this particular interface. Those are all the differences in between interface as well as the class. Let's look at a simple example. Here we created an interface called calculator. When I say calculator, calculator do the operations like add, subtract, multiply, divide. Right? I said what to do here. In the interface calculator, I said what to do like add, subtract, multiply, divide. But here there is no implementation details. Like the body of add, subtract, multiply, divide is not written in the interface. Okay, the class which actually implement this particular interface, if you see this example, in this here we have written a class called normal calculator which implements calculator. Right there, all these method bodies are declared, or all these methods are defined very clearly. Let me take one more example. Like if I say uh, class animal, yeah, all the animals do eating and of course sleep. That's it. So here animal is the interface. Now I'm going to implement a class. Class, let's say dog. Dog is the class which implements animal. So we have to implement the methods what we declared within the animal interface. Public void eating of. So what dog do? Dog do eating. Yeah. And next one, public void sleep. So system dot out dot println of I take rest. And apart from this, there is something like dog can bark, barking. System dot out dot println of I bark or I shout. Yeah. So here, as the dog, probably it implements animal. Animal is the interface where what animal usually do, that we have written here, right? Animals do eating, animals do sleep, right? So these two methods are implemented in the dogs class. Apart from that, whatever special functionalities this class have, those are all implemented within it. Okay, let's write public method, public static void main method string arguments. Within this, I am going to create an object of dog, dog shepherds. dog of. Okay, when I say shepherd dog dot eating, yeah, and like this sleep and barking, yeah. Let me save the file with the name, class name, dog.java. Open command prompt, go to D drive, yeah. Here is a simple example which demonstrate interface. In fact, in interfaces we do declare variables. These variables by default, those are public, final, static. Public means these variables are accessed anywhere. You know, the class which implements that interface where that particular class can access these variables, or in outside these particular variables are accessible. And these variables are, you know, final means the value which we assign to those variables are final, which we cannot change. So whenever you declare a variable, you have to initialize that variable with a value. That value we cannot change. Okay, and of course these are all static. Static means no need of any instance of that by the way, we cannot create an instance of the interface. We can access the variables of an interface with the help of interface name. Okay, so the variables which we declare inside the interface are by default public, final, static, yeah. And of course the interfaces can be extendable. You know what, interface A extends interface B, means that interface B is the interface which we declared early. That interface have some method declarations. Interface A is also adding some more functionalities or some more methods to that particular interface. Okay, this is like this. In this I may add every animal, let's say class interface dog. Okay, and here I may say puppy, yeah. Interface dog extends animal. Okay, and of course within this interface probably we are adding few more functionalities, void, barking, whatever you write. So every animal do these two things. Okay, that's what we have said. And every dog interface do this, but a puppy which actually implements dog. Okay, let's say dog. Okay, puppy is a dog, we know, right? So when I say that, we have to implement the method which is defined in a dog interface, as well as the methods which are written its parent interface. Now here dog is the subclass for the dog is the sub interface for the super interface called animal. Animal is like a super class, nothing more than that. Okay, let me save the file with the name puppy. Yeah, we have to create the object with the name puppy. Yeah, Yeah, here is the example where we can demonstrate an interface extends another interface. Okay, and of course multiple interfaces can be implemented. Okay, like I will say interface let's say interface let's say yeah interface, another interface, pet animal. So when I say it's a pet animal, it is doing some bathing. Okay, so this time this puppy is actually a dog which implements dog. Of course it's a pet animal. That time I have to add one more behavior called bathing. I do bath every day. Yeah. Here is the example which demonstrate implementing multiple interfaces. Okay. Here in this way we are going to implement multiple inheritance. Let's go ahead with what is the benefit or what are the differences between interface to abstract class. We have seen abstract class in the last video. So in this probably we are going to discuss about how far this interface is different from abstract class, and of course what are all those similarities in between these two. In fact, interface is actually implementing multiple interfaces, multiple inheritance. Or multiple inheritance is possible with interfaces, but it is not possible in abstract classes. And of course, implements is the keyword used to inherit an interface, whereas extends is the keyword used to inherit the class. By default, all the methods in the interface are public and abstract. No need to write the tag before the declaration of those methods. But here in the abstract class, by default, those methods are not public, not abstract. Okay, we have to say when you want to make that class abstract, you have to say it. When you want to make the class abstract public, you have to say it. You have to write that keyword. And interfaces doesn't have any implemented methods, no concrete methods available. Whereas in the abstract class, some partial methods, some concrete methods are there, and of course some abstract methods are there. Interfaces have to implement interfaces methods have to be implemented by the class. When I say a class implements an interface, it's the responsibility of the class to implement what are all the methods declared in an interface. Whereas in the case of abstract class, it is optional, or we can say it's partial implementation. Let's say there is an abstract class, right? If I extend that abstract class in another class, in the child class, if I don't implement one abstract method which is written in abstract class, probably the child class become another abstract class. Okay, that's why I said it's a partial implementation is possible, and all methods of the interfaces are override, whereas only abstract methods can be override in the case of abstract class. All variables in interface are by default public, static, final. Variables are need not be public, static, final. You can declare if at all you want. In abstract class, by default variables are nothing. Okay, you want to make that variable final? Yes, you can using final keyword. You want to access that variable with the help of the class name? That time you can use static keyword. You want to access that variable everywhere? You can make it public. but by default these features will never come. Interfaces do not have any constructors because we all know that the interface cannot initiate any object. And of course, abstract classes will support these constructors. Though we are not in a position to create the object of abstract class, we are still using these constructors because the subclass which extends the properties of abstract class still can invoke the constructor which is defined in the super abstract class. That's why constructors are supported by abstract classes. Methods in an interface cannot be static, and of course non-abstract methods can be static in the case of abstract class. Okay, non-abstract methods means the methods which are concrete methods which have body, they might be abstract static methods. So with the help of that class name we can access where and when we want it. Okay, and of course in a interfaces, no, methods are not static because these methods doesn't have any body. Even if you write it as static, there is no meaning at all. These are all the differences between interface to abstract. Coming to the similarities, both cannot initiate the object. Both can be no support this reference variable. Both can have reference variables to refer implemented class objects. Interfaces can be extended as well as abstract classes can be extended. Static or final methods can neither be created in an interface nor can be used with an abstract method. Right? These are all the similarities between interface and abstract class.